Okay, let's see if I can break this down. Let's see if I can break this down for you. I'll be very respectful. As far as this video goes, I am not going to tell you my actual leaning. For all you know, I'm a Green Party member. I'm a Democrat. I am a Reform Party member. I am an independent. I am not affiliated. I am Republican. I am a libertarian. I am a Tea Party member. You do not know my affiliation, but you do know, however, that I will try to be as respectful as possible. And for the sake of the podcast here, you'll probably, I will try to be as objective as possible for this sake. This time, I will not try to sound right-leaning. I will try to sound as respectful as possible. And I will first of all tell you some things here. I think this is an objective argument. You know the media bias? I'll give you a scenario. Hypothetically, let's say that the line between opinion and fact is blurred. The line is blurred. The line is blurred. And the majority of people, and that's the media in a sense, they need to get ratings. They aren't paid to be impartial, they're paid to get ratings. Objectivity and getting ratings are different. Okay? And let's think about it. Hypothetically, if the majority of them are liberal, and let's think about it, are most media people liberal? Are most people that come out of universities that were taught and going to the media feel most of them liberals? I think so. But hypothetically, let's say they're liberals, there's going to be media bias. Because they have liberal opinions, and the line between opinion and fact is blurred in an attempt to get ratings. So you're going to see a lot of hyperbole. Okay? A lot of name calling, perhaps. That's how it goes. Second, I am here to talk about a certain someone by the name of David Pakman. Okay, David Pakman. You know who he is? He's a guy who I am currently, I'm going to make a string of videos on Instagram TV and on YouTube that are going to be respectful critiques of him. Very respectful critiques of him. Okay. Let's start. He was not liked on the Joe Rogan Experience, where he spoke of how social media censors conservatives. I will point you to the correct clip on JRE Clips on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay, the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan. Okay, David Pakman. Okay, and I'll take you to the clip. Let's take a look. David Pakman and Joe Rogan and David Pakman debate social media censorship. JRE Clips. 656,000 views 7 months ago. Take a good look. You see the episode? You see it? It's available on YouTube. You can also find the whole podcast, I believe, on Spotify. I've heard that he speaks in circles, and that he speaks in circles, and that he compares apples to oranges. That's what I've heard other people say. I've heard the details escape him as I've read the comments. If you read the comments, you're going to see them. That one comment suggests that the details escape him, and everyone else thinks they know. And he claims to be a social democrat. And Wikipedia calls him a progressive. I'll show you where. Okay. Wikipedia does call him a progressive. Now let's start. David Pakman. Okay. I believe that the part here is locked. He's an Argentinian American commentator. Let's see. American Argentine commentator, as you can see. On Wikipedia, what they have called is he is an American Argentinian progressive political commentator. He is the host of the YouTube talk radio program, The David Pakman Show. And there you have it. Do you see? He's a progressive. Okay. Other thing I would like to point out is that it is very rare outside of the sort of Joe Rogan Experience where he got a lot of bad views, where he got a lot of bad reviews, a lot of comments negatively directed towards him, where people, let me Google his name, David Pakman. We're going to do this in a 3-step process. First step, Google his name, David Pakman. Okay, if you can't see it now, pretty much everything that I see is a show under his name. He makes a lot of shows, perhaps, and the next step here is I Googled his name, and everything I am seeing so far is shows. I encourage him to Google. I encourage you to Google him as well. Okay, David Pakman, David Pakman. Okay, David Pakman. All I have seen so far are his shows. Okay. Now let's keep going. David Pakman Show. David Pakman Show. David Pakman Show. Okay, I try to be civil. I try to be very civil. And yeah. Okay. Perhaps you could see me squirrel also. You see so much of it. This is all him. Looks like they're all his shows. They're all his shows. If you Google his name on YouTube, you only see his shows, which perhaps is reasonable. Now, I shall do something else. Something else. Ben Shapiro, David Pakman. Okay. At the beginning here, we can see an ad of the Ben Shapiro at Young Americans Foundation, but there's no David Pakman here, it's just an ad. Now moving down, we see a bunch, I don't want to play that. We see a bunch of shows of David Pakman. We see a bunch of shows of David Pakman. And Ben Shapiro was first in the search engine. But you see, you keep seeing it, you keep seeing only shows of David Pakman. Let's scroll all the way down, perhaps. Can we? That has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is 10 people. Okay. So let's take a look now. We're going to do that with 3 other people. 3 other people. We did Ben Shapiro. With David Pakman. Okay. And we Googled his name first. Yeah, we only saw shows of David Pakman, and Ben Shapiro was in the shows. And some of the titles were rather insulting, if you want to go look, or rather mean to Ben Shapiro. I sound kind of right-leaning, but that's just for the sake of the show. And Dan Crenshaw. David Pakman, Dan Crenshaw. Okay, moving on. Okay. Notice we have the first one where Dan Crenshaw implodes in Okay. We're moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see Dan Crenshaw on the Joe Rogan Show. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep seeing that. Okay, and you've only seen David Pakman's show for the most part, and some other shows, but mostly David Pakman's show. Dan Crenshaw does not go up and talk about him. Okay, so we tried Vintage Bureau. We put Dan Crenshaw's name first, right? No, we did not, but it pretty much means the same thing. Okay, now let's do Candace Owens. Candace Owens and David Pakman. Let's put Candace Owens' name first to be safe. You know, ladies first, as some principles go. Candace Owens. Okay. Rising and sort of hero Candace Owens, stunningly ignorant. David Pakman. So you have a bunch of titles here. And they're all David Pakman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what's this? This is the progressive voice. Now let's see, this is the progressive voice. Oh, and it says that Candace Owens back Saturday with David Pakman. Perhaps you should watch this one. Anyway, I can look at that video later. I'll look at that video later. So what have we got in here? We did Ben Shapiro, Dan Crenshaw, and Candace Owens. The thing here is that David Pakman likes to talk about other pundits, but no one seems to want to talk about him for some mysterious reason. Okay, no one talks about him. Okay, he's a social democrat. On Wikipedia, he is a progressive, like we already talked about. He likes to bash people, but he won't. He doesn't want to show up to aggressive debates. David Pakman debate. Or perhaps he does. I don't know why I want to hear Ben Shapiro talk on, to be fair. Let's see. He has debated Tim Pool. I'll go over that video later. But notice, though, all of the videos I'm seeing are just him when I see debates. He would desperate to explain simple concept. He uses the phrase Trumpist. He does. This is David Pakman. Okay, let's start at the beginning. You're going to see a lot of his shows. David Pakman debate. David Pakman debate. You see that in there? David Pakman debate. Now let's scroll down and see things. Okay, you see this here? See this here? Let's see, going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this would you debate Candace Owens thing. Okay, David Pakman. He likes to, okay. I will show you the exact video. It was, would he debate Candace Owens? Seems like he only wants a good faith debate. I can tell that later. Okay. He seems to speak in circles according to some comments, and, well, that's about it. Now, you may think I started right-leaning, but I decided, hey, that was needed for the show. You still don't know what my persuasion is. Am I a libertarian? Am I a Green Party member? Am I a social democrat myself? Am I a Democrat? Am I... you don't know what my leaning is, and I thought I was fairly respectful. And I guess I'm the only one who is openly giving him critiques, David Pakman. I never heard Joe Rogan talk about him when the show was off. Perhaps we can do more investigation on that. Okay? Thank you.